Good morning and welcome to Cullman Today. I'm your host, Katie Spicer. It's Monday, February 5th, 2024, and I hope it's starting out great for each of you this morning. On today's broadcast, we'll delve into the action-packed world of area basketball tournaments, explore the heartwarming success of the Christian Heart Memorial Cornhole Tournament, and witness the auto expertise showcased by CATA students at the World of Wheels Auto Show. Stay tuned for a speedy news rundown and, of course, a weather update to help you plan your day. Let's get into the top stories. Many of this season's area basketball tournaments tipped off across the state over the weekend, and several local teams have already secured spots in the sub-regional round. On the girls' side, Cold Springs, Good Hope, West Point, and Holly Pond each won their opening round games to advance to the area finals. And on the boys' side, Vinemont, Holly Pond, and Good Hope earned victories to keep their postseason hopes alive as well. However, not all our local teams collected wins in the opening round. Hanceville's Lady Bulldogs lost a nail-biter to Etowah, and the Lady Eagles of Vinemont lost a close game to J.B. Pennington, bringing their seasons to an end. In the boys' games, Cold Springs, Fairview, and Hanceville fell to Southeastern, Gunnersville, and Etowah, respectively, ending their seasons in the area tournament. Check back throughout the week for more postseason updates on all our local teams. This past Saturday, the gym at Vinemont Elementary School was packed out with professional and amateur cornhole players throwing in memory of Christian Heart. All the proceeds benefited the Christian Heart Memorial Scholarship Fund that is available to Vinemont High School students to further their education in a college setting. The tournament raised over $2,500 to help students achieve their dreams. The World of Wheels Auto Show was held in Birmingham over the weekend, and students from the Cullman Area Technology Academy were able to showcase their prize project for the state and show their knowledge that they've been able to learn throughout their time at the Technology Academy with a student and staff-designed car. The rebuilt automobile was made beautiful and sharp and designed by the students in the auto body program at the Cullman Area Technology Academy, putting their learned knowledge in use, showing their talent to the state. Now that we have the top stories out of the way, we're going to take a quick break before returning with sports. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to find out what's going on in the world of sports with stories from Cullman Tribune sports editor Nick Griffin. The Crimson Tide hosted Mississippi State at Cullman Coliseum Saturday night, and they lit up the scoreboard on their way to a 99-67 win over the Bulldogs. Alabama ended the first half with a 21-4 scoring run to take a big lead into the locker room, and at the break, shots continued to fall for the Tide in the second half, allowing them to pull away with a convincing win. Mark Sears led the way for Alabama with 21 points in the win. Aaron Estrada posted 15 points, and Jaron Stevenson and Muhammad Diabate each finished with 14. The Crimson Tide will travel to Auburn Wednesday night to try and complete a series sweep of the Tigers. The Cold Springs Lady Eagles tipped off this year's 2A Area 11 tournament on their home court Friday night as they punched their ticket to the area finals with a 71-34 win over Cleveland. After a tight first quarter, the Lady Eagles built a 47-25 lead by halftime and outscored the Panthers 24-9 in the second half to pull away with the win. Macy Brown posted 27 points in the win for Cold Springs. Ella Bauer finished with 15 points, and Kennedy Graves and Kiera Calvert each added 10. The Lady Eagles will be back in action Monday night at 6 p.m. to play Locust Fort in the Area 11 championship game. For the first time in 15 seasons, the Vinemont Eagles are hosting the area tournament, and they tipped things off with a 51-33 win over Brindley Mountain Saturday night. Vinemont led by just 6 at halftime, but dominated the second half, pulling away to defeat the Lions and advance to the area finals. Jackson Holcomb and Jeremy Harbison each posted 15 points for the Eagles in the win, and Isaiah Jones added 9 points. Vinemont will be back on the court Tuesday night at 6 p.m. to take on Susanmore in this year's 3A Area 13 championship game. The West Point Lady Warriors are hosting this year's 5A Area 15 tournament, and they got things started with a 73-43 win over Brewer in the opening round. West Point went into the locker room with a 12-point lead at halftime and smothered the Patriots on the defensive end in the second half, pulling away to earn the win and advance to the area finals. Jalen Faulkner led the Warriors with 23 points in the win. Liberty Shaddix posted 16 points, and Hallie Wheeler added 8. West Point will be back on the court Tuesday night at 6 p.m. to face Russellville in this year's area championship game. That covers sports for today, but make sure to check with the Cullman Tribune each day for the latest in sports coverage from across the area. We'll be back after this message. Hello and welcome back to Cullman Today. Now it's time to speed things up with our news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Pick your favorite player and grab that favorite jersey. The East Cullman Baptist Association is hosting a Super Bowl-themed senior event for their Joy, or just older youth, on Tuesday, February 13th at 10 a.m. at the Center Grove Baptist Church. Various soups and chili make the meal of the afternoon, and the EBCA is asking that all attendees bring a side or dessert to go along with the meal. Students in Vinemont Elementary School's archery team landed a bullseye at their archery competition over the weekend. The team placed second overall at the tournament, beating out the other competing teams. Owen Robinson, one half of the archery team, was also able to pull his skills together and take home the second place overall in the individual elementary male division. Baileyton Senior Center celebrated their January and February senior birthdays over the weekend. Festivities kicked off with the first birthday, as February 2nd marked the 94th birthday of the oldest senior in the Baileyton Senior Center member Lola Hadley. Former Mayor Johnny Dyer turned 81, Nell Berry turned 85, Helga Poff 64, and Benny Kent turned 80. Happy birthday to you all, and we are glad you had a great time. 2 of Cullman Area Technology Academy student employees have shown exemplary attitudes and have been chosen as February's Student Employees of the Month, earning bragging rights and brownie points for the entire month of February. Tatum McKendry is a senior at Cold Springs High School and attends Cullman Area Technology Academy's Educators and Training Program, along with Jana Woods, a sophomore at Vinemont High School and attends the Culinary Arts Program. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respect with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have passed away this week as we turn to obituaries. Kenneth O'Neill Nunley. Arrangements for Kenneth O'Neill Nunley, age 72, of Baileyton, are incomplete at this time. Cullman Funeral Home is honored to serve the family. Please sign the online guest book at www.cullmanfuneralhome.com. Mary Sue Goodwin. Arrangements for Mary Sue Goodwin, age 85, of Cullman, are incomplete at this time. Cullman Funeral Home is honored to serve the family. Margaret Elliott, Funeral services for Margaret Elliott, 83, of Logan, Alabama, will be at 2 p.m. today, February 5, 2024, at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel, with burial in Prospect Church of Christ Cemetery. Visitation will be Monday at 12 p.m. until 2 p.m. at the funeral home, with the funeral immediately following. Cullman Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Patsy Louise Barber Vance. Arrangements for Patsy Louise Barber Vance, age 68, of Falkville, are incomplete at this time. Cullman Funeral Home is honored to serve the family. James Nelson Kelly Jr. James Nelson Kelly Jr., age 92, of Haleyville, Alabama, passed away Thursday, February 1, 2024, at his residence. No services at this time. Nichols Funeral Home servicing. Marie Ditto. Funeral service for Marie Ditto, age 83, of Pinson, were held yesterday, Sunday, February 4, 2024, at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home Cemetery, burial at Cullman Heritage Cemetery. Cullman Heritage Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Mitchell Blake White. Graveside service for Mitchell Blake White, age 42, of Fultondale, will be at 1 p.m. today, Monday, February 5, 2024, at Valley Springs Cemetery. Cullman Heritage Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Angie Martha Childersville. Angie Martha Childersville, 99, died February 2, 2024. Funeral service will be Wednesday, February 7, 2024 at 2 p.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Visitation will be from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. prior to the service at the funeral home. Burial will be at Ethia Baptist Cemetery. Sarah Juanita Hendricks. Celebration of life service for Sarah Juanita Hendricks, age 85, of Cullman, will be at 1 p.m. on Tuesday, February 6, 2024, at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Burial at Berlin Cemetery at Mount Carmel. Visitation will be from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. on Monday, February 5, 2024, at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Cullman Heritage Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Martha Jeanette Bittner. Martha Jeanette Bittner, 89, passed away peacefully on February 2, 2024, at Westminster Assisted Living, Cullman, Alabama. A memorial service will be held at a later date. Moss Service Funeral Home directing. Ethel Rogina Busby Page. Ethel Rogina Busby Page, 71, went to be with the Lord on February 2, 2024. Visitation is from 12:30 p.m. until 2 p.m. and a service at 2 p.m. Wednesday, February 7, 2024 at Hansville Funeral Home. Private burial later at New Canaan Baptist Church, Empire, Alabama. In lieu of flowers, please make a donation to the Warrior Library Fund. That finishes up obituaries today. Our hearts and prayers go out to their friends and family. Now, let's check today's weather forecast. Today, it will be cloudy through mid-morning before a gradual clearing with a high near 60. Expect a north-northeast wind around 10 miles per hour. Later tonight, it will be clear with a low around 33. It will be a bit chilly with a north wind around 10 miles per hour. Looking ahead to tomorrow, it's shaping up to be a sunny day with a high near 60. A nice north wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour is expected. Moving into tomorrow night, we are still seeing mostly clear skies with a low around 34. That concludes our broadcast for today. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Katie Spicer for Cullman Today.